Alrighty guys, as you can see, I finally got this thing out. Yes, 41TE A604 transmission, real easy to get out. Now what I'm gonna do is overhaul the input clutch assembly. We'll use this table, but yeah, it's all clustered, and this will be setting up too high because I want to get y'all to get a look at the disassembly and assemble of the input clutch assembly. All right, I'm not gonna go in the rear simply because there's never any problems out of the rear. All right, the rear is the holding clutches where the 2.4 housed and the low reverse. Okay, since they went to the D-type seals back there, I've never had a problem back there. Okay, so unless I got a specific problem with, I don't know, 2.4 second or fourth gear, then yeah, I would go back there and pay attention to those pistons. But my problem here is the pump has failed. So while I'm in it, it's not even a matter of is the clutches wore out. Yeah, but I'm gonna recondition the input clutch assembly. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let me get this thing tore apart and yeah, let's do what it do. All right guys, I got the input clutch assembly out. Yes, this thing was definitely burnt. Like I say, only thing back here is the 2.4 and the low reverse, because I have no problems with second gear, specifically the holding clutch is back here. And I am aware that the low reverse clutch and piston uses the updated D-type seals, and they never leak. So, and again, this is my own car. If this was a customer car, yes, it would be overhauled accordingly. Okay, all the seals and the clutches will be replaced. But yeah, I'm not going back here. Even when I was doing them, even when we was overhauling these, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years ago, yeah, I was never, this might seem reckless, but yeah, because guys, you do what you have to do. Okay, your goal is to, when you're overhauling the transmission, the goal is to make sure it's back to semi-factory specs, to where it was shipped accordingly. If you didn't have to do something, you just specifically didn't do it. The problems we was having out of these little 604s, 41.2E was the underdrive hub, or the hub, the seals on it. When I get this apart, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. That was the seals on it was crapping out, losing its luster and causing slippage, and I'll show you that when I get this apart. So let me get this thing apart. This is reverse. Yes, just 2 discs and 1 steel plate. Yes, go figure. Ooh, righty guys. Here's my problem. This is the underdrive clutch pack. Alright, as you can see, it is burnt. Okay, yeah, burnt. Very burnt. In fact, wait a minute. Oh, okay, it's a clutch pack. It's a disc under here. I thought somebody been in it and put 2 steel plates on top of each other, but this disc right here is so burnt, it's stuck to the steel plate. All right, now follow me here. This is the underdrive clutch pack. Okay, underdrive is used for first, second, and third. Remember, we couldn't get this thing in the shop. If first gear, which is underdrive, okay, yeah, if first gear is burnt up, you're not gonna go. The holding clutch for the first gear is in the low reverse. All right, but forget that for now. You're not even holding enough pressure to activate this clutch pack to hold this gear for this vehicle to move. That's why we could not move it inside. So a simple overhaul likely would have repaired this car. Now, I'm about to go inside. Remember I was telling you about that underdrive seal? Yes, that's what we're going after next, okay? That is what caused a lot of these failures. So I had to go find my big boys. Let's see if we can get, I need the bird cage. That's a tool that you're supposed to go to the press, compress this piston, and then remove the snap ring. I don't know where my 604 tool's at, my bird cage, so I'm gonna do the best I can. All right. Woo. All right. See, that's why the tool is needed. Now, there's no way in the hell I'm gonna be able to get this back on with that method. Okay, I'm taking it off, so it's no big deal taking it off. But here's one of the seals. This thing is hardened. All right, you're never gonna seal this clutch pack. This retainer. Here's a spring. All right, here's the piston. Piston. All of these are okay, semi, except for this seal. Here's the magic. All right, now this seal right here. I can move my fingers up and down on this seal. It's supposed to be a lip seal. That lip seal supposed to seal off on this piston right here. See how easy that fell down? That seal is shot. Gone. Alright. No way no. That's why that clutch pack burned up, guys. Alright. This is why we got underdrive clutch pack is all burned up. Yeah. So this seal will be included in the overhaul kit. So let me get this out. Matter of fact, hold tight. All right, I got a bite on it. It's shot. And it's cut. This it right here. This is a 90% of your failure, or failure to the 604 or the 41 TE, come from this little seal right here. Imagine all the pressure riding on this seal. Yeah, like I say, it comes in the overhaul kit. So now I just got to disassemble these drums because I'm gonna clean all of this up and go in with all new stuff. All right, they playing this music back here. It's jacking me up. So I'm gonna get this disassembled. Alrighty, guys. As you can see, I got most of the parts cleaned up, all the hubs and the retainers and all that. Now here's the problem I'm gonna run into. Remember, I got an underdrive clutch pack burn up. All right. This is the overhaul kit. You see how old this is? I've been saving this for a rainy day. It's been in my attic probably for 5 years. I'm guessing. I haven't really totally opened it. I just bust the seal open. Please let these parts at least be in here. Ta-da! So this is not, guys, this is for a 62 TE. You can tell by this filter. However, the trans I'm working on is a 41 TE. Okay, same transmission, just 2 extra gears. One is a 4-speed and one is a 6-speed. In fact, oh my goodness, these, I'm hoping that front pump I got, I had to order front pump, come with seals, because these seals would not work on a 41 TE front pump. Now all the internal other seals are basically the same. Yes, so I got a new retainer on the drive. Woo! It is so cool that they supply this inside of the overhaul kit. Now this thing here, this is for the compounder. Yeah, I'm not working on a 62 TE, so I don't have to worry about the compounder. And of course, we got the axle seal, new torque converter bolts, but I have no clutch packs. I have no clutches. So this technically, it's an overhaul kit per se without the clutches. Every seal that I'm gonna need is in here. All right, that underdrive seal that I was talking about earlier, the main seal, this right here. Yes, that's the one you really need. All of that is in here, but I have no clutches, so I gotta go order some damn. Ain't this so? See, the transmission table It used to be here, we had old clutches, extra clutches and stuff in there, but it's gone because we stopped building them. So parts department still open. I'm going up there to order 5 discs and 5 clutch plates. All right, I got to finish this thing. I want to drive this thing home tomorrow. Damn. And I'm gonna need a filter. And of course I'm gonna seal it with RT. I'm trying to play out in my head everything I'm gonna need, because that's all basically all the overhaul is. There's nothing wrong with the valve body. Now the reason it's still on the jack, because I ain't have no room on the table and I can do what I need to do like this. All right, so when I put it back in, I'm gonna drop the pan. Already been dropped and drained, so I'm gonna put the new filter on, reseal the pan, and put it back up. But there's no reason to go back here, guys. 2.4 and low reverse, there's nothing wrong with them. Now I found the problem. So a lot of people will say, why don't you just do a trans service and see if that, you're not gonna, underdrive was burnt up. You're not gonna even have first gear. When you take off, when you put your car in the gear, the first gear you're gonna be in is first. Underdrive is part of first gear. If it's burnt up, you ain't gonna get no damn first gear. All right, so yeah, that valve is in there. Look, speed sensor. When the last time y'all see speed sensor? All right, I gotta go find some damn clutches. Damn. All right, guys, we'll continue. All right, so y'all aware of my G14 classified cabinet where I keep all my test parts at, right? But y'all not aware of my other secret hideout location. Guys, y'all remember, I don't know, in this video I was panicking over, damn, I may have to order some clutches because that kit didn't come with clutches. I get to digging around, and went in that one, I went in that one, I went in that one. Guess what I found? Yeah, baby. First of all, ta-da, I found one of those. This is 41 TE. This is a 604 filter, so I ain't got to go buy no filter. Look what else I found. Snap rings. I don't need this for 62 TE, but here's the clutches. Yeah, this is from a master clutch kit that I only needed seals on, so I remember keeping these clutches. Yeah, thank goodness I did. I go to steels. All right, I got so much. Yeah, all this either test parts or extra parts. I have a habit of throwing anything away. Look, that's all 10 of my clutches for the input clutch assembly. In fact, this is everything I need. There's a total of around 10 clutch plates. Here's the disc right here. I can finish this job, guys. So let me take all this over here, and on top of that I found some RTV. Yeah, man, I don't throw away nothing, seem like. Yeah, so I got everything I need. There's a filter. One thing I'm missing that I know I'm gonna need is my bird cage. In order to compress that underdrive piston down on that spring and put the snap ring on, I gotta find them. I'm gonna make it work. You damn. I was able to pop it off, but yeah, that ain't gonna work putting it on. All right, let me get to overhauling this transmission, guys. Alrighty, guys, we in business. Yeah. All right, let's start. First thing first, I got all this cleaned up. I'm gonna put the necessary seals inside all of these channels where they're supposed to be. All right, one other thing you can't forget. All right, lube. Yeah, this is transmission assembly lube. All right, I know what a blue O-ring go at. I know what a red O-ring. I know where everything go at, guys. Once you do this stuff a lot, you don't necessarily forget it. You just lose the stuff you need to do it. That's my case. I don't know where my tools at, but I'm finna make this do what this do. All right, let me build this. I showed y'all the disassemble. I'm not gonna bother filming the assembly, all right, because I got a lot of work to do, guys. I want this baby running, all right, today before I leave. Let me go up to parts and get my torque converter and front pump. That's the only thing I had to order. So I bought the car dirt cheap. Again, it would be tacky for me to give the price, and I'm gonna be out of a total of maybe that front pump. This reman Mopar was about $200, and that torque converter was about $200. I'm gonna be out of maybe $400 because I had all the parts, and I'm basically overhauling this because I found the problem. Because they don't give these patches out to just anybody, y'all. Let me stop clowning around, guys. I got work to do. Alrighty, guys, I got the input clutch assembly partially assembled. Now, another hurdle I'm running into is I forget there's another tool that I need Right, so I got the hubs all together, snap ring in place, so it's not going anywhere. Now it's time for the piston. All right, remember guys, this is the seal that fails and cause all of this. All right, when that underdrive seal gave out, yeah, I burned up my underdrive clutch pack. So the piston and the retainer came in a new overhaul kit. So yes, we can remember guys, this is sliding up against seal, so make sure you use lubricant right here. It's gonna slide up against that seal, and that underdrive seal right there is gonna slide up in here. That is crucial. All right, so yeah, I can get that in. Okay, that go in, slide it down, nice and slow. All right, now we ready for the spring, which is right here. But here's the problem I'm running into. Don't try to force this in. All right, you can cut the seal or damage the seal. There's a tool that sits down in there, but it's just like piston rings installer, sleever, I guess you want to call it. Guys, I can't remember this stuff. Now, shout out, let me do this. Shout out to Ed Gendrich. No, first Rich Carlson. I think that's his name, from the Dallas Training Center years of freaking ago. In fact, decades ago. Yeah, I've been in the game a minute. Rich Carlson out of the Dallas Training Center, and Ed Gendrich out of the Atlanta Training Center when I moved to Atlanta. Yeah, this 604 been around since '89, baby. I don't have the damn tool. I need the bird cage to push this down and lock it in with a new snap ring, and I need the tool to guide this down. So I'm still at a standpoint. I'm not gonna force it. I'm not that damn good. The goal is trying to get this to sit in there straight. All right, if you cock it or anything because you don't have a tool, you'll be back in that transmission, and I don't want that. So I got to find something to make this work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm ready to go in with. I'm ready. I'm stuck again. We'll figure something out, guys. Y'all stay tuned. Well, what do you know? Y'all remember I cleaned this toolbox out? Found all them old Chrysler stuff I can't no longer use. I still hung on to some of it. Like, we don't do valve jobs no more. Why am I hanging on to this? Because I might do a valve job again. Now, look what I found. The damn bird cage. All right, this is what I need to press down on that piston. Now, if I can just find that damn, not this one. This one for 31TH, I think. The old 3-speed transmission used to be in the darts and the neons and things like that. I need that damn. Yeah, it's for a gas tank. Of course, y'all know about the bearing splitter. God, if I find that installation tool, I'm good to go. Piston ring. Oh, I mean, valve springs. I don't think I'm gonna go to the tool room and see if it's. Did somebody magically put it back? Uh-oh. Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I found it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wait a minute before you get happy. Hold on, JT. Don't get happy too soon. You know how you is, premature. Ta-da! Woo! All right, let me lube this up. So that seal will slide right down in there. Hell yeah. So maybe I was keeping that stuff. Oh, keeping it in a. Don't forget the spring and the tool. Now, see, this is gonna slide straight down in those channels. Right here, it's gonna slide straight down in there evenly. That's why that tool is necessary. Make sure it's down flush. And of course, I don't know how the hell I was gonna do this without the bird cage, but now I have it. So at this point, you go to the press with your snap ring pliers, press that down, put the snap ring on, and then you can complete your build. I wish I had a new one of these, but if I don't, who the hell cares? At this point, I'm happy as hell. Guys, there's no need in me filming this. I'm telling y'all what I'm about to do. So let me get this put together, or let me get this together, and then we can complete this build. All right? Yes! Alrighty, guys. Man, you talking about one happy camper. Alright, so now, alright, got that in. Now it's time to rebuild this thing. Alright, guys, here we go. Now, I'm going to soak these in some transmission fluid before I start building this. So, let me go find some transmission fluid, and we'll go from there. Ooh. It's that time, guys. Let me soak these. Like I say, guys, this is my car, so a lot of stuff I'm doing, yeah, none of it pertains to overkill. All right, yeah, I don't do a lot of overkill. Now, I always want to start a pack off with now there's a couple of ways you can go by this. I can put the hubs in and build this around the hubs already in there, or I can put the clutches in there and try to fight getting the hubs lined through the spline. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go my traditional route. All right. Y'all know the drill. Plate this, plate this, plate this. So I got 3 steels and 3 clutch discs. Now, a lot of that depends on whether this is a 40 TE or 41 TE. Only difference is in the under-dry clutch pack, whether you get 4 discs and 4 steels or 3 discs and 3 steels. Remember the second number in 41 TE, the second digit is the torque rating. If this is a 40 TE, it's only going to have 3 steels and 3 clutches. All right, I'm talking too much. I got to get done with this damn thing. 2 steels. 3 steels. Now I can go in with the snap ring. Like I say, you can either fight with the hubs now or later. Let me put this snap ring in. All right, guys, so I got the lower snap ring in. That will house or settle in on this retainer here. Now I had another little scare, guys. The snap ring that go on top of this is a beveled important snap ring. In fact, you should replace it every time you do one. Yeah, don't use this. Paint side down. I remember Ed telling me that a long time ago. This needs to be new. In fact, ta-da, yeah, it come in the overhaul kit. Yeah, so let me finish this. And there you have it, guys. Yeah, this is the clutch pack that was burnt up. So the new seals and the piston, new piston and retainer and all that. Yeah, this thing gonna purr like a kid. Now, like I say, you can either fight with the hubs now or fight with the hubs later. Make sure this needle bearing is sitting right here. A lot of guys forget that. All right, guys, I got this one in, and guys, you got to be mindful. I'm doing this like this as if this is a tutorial video. This is not a tutorial video. But be mindful of those little spacers, guys. Like this one is still stuck right here. Okay, we need to make sure this get put back in its right place. All right. So, like I say, you can either build around the hubs or build and fight with the hubs to get them in. All right. Got that one in. These 2 here are already in place. So now we go this steel. Y'all know the drill. Well, I guess you do. See, you're gonna fight either way, so it's not a hard fight. Okay. I think I got 3 discs and 2 steels. That's the second disc. Second steel. Now comes the yeah, but these springs got to go in place, guys. Basically all I did when I disassemble, I did this and set everything down. So when I go back together, I simply do this. Yeah, that makes it easier for everybody. All right, let me build this. I need both of my hands to do that, and when I come back, we're gonna be ready to install this and get this sucker ready to go. I gotta go get my pump and my torque converter. All right, hold tight. All right, guys, I got both of the hubs in. This input clutch assembly is almost built, and it's perfect, guys. Reverse time. Only 2 discs and 1 steel, guys. And y'all know the drill. Don't put them in together. Okay, stagger them. All right, so after that, this is from the old setup. See, remember what I said, just go. But in this case, I'm going in with new parts. Now this last little retainer, and this last little snap ring, and then we're gonna be through. All right, just got to make sure the snap rings are all seated properly. Now, so when I get ready to install this back into the transmission, here's the only thing you're gonna be fighting with, like this hub right here. Okay, and the only reason you're gonna be fighting is because you're gonna be trying to go in between these splines, so it's not no big fight. In fact, I'm going to take this out, this input speed sensor, okay, because I can look straight through there. What I'm gonna be looking at is this right here. All right, I can see when it's all the way in because this will be view. In fact, this is what the speed sensor reads. Okay, input and output speed sensor. The input will read this gear right here. So when I put it in, look straight through here, we're good to go. All right, let's do just that. All right, I got that in, but guess what? It's not all the way. See, take a look at this. Oh, it may be. I just pushed it one more notch. If you can see that gear straight through here, then yes, you're all the way in. In other words, you made it through the splines. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that, straight dead center. Now you can put this back, torque that to specs. So now it's time for the front pump torque converter, and it's time to go back in the car, man. Let's get it. Alright guys, look what I got. Yeah, I'm gonna clean all this up, but this mug is ready. Brand new torque converter. So yes, it's Mopar. I got a warranty on this damn thing. Alright, this is Mopar. I ain't doing no Derman torque converter. Alright, and guess what else? Front pump. Now this was what I was hoping, that it came with the gasket. And yeah, I got torque converter bolts. I mean front pump bolts. The whole 9 yards. So I'm good to go. So I'm out of a total of maybe $400. Alright. Yeah, look at this. And I got a warranty on this too. Okay, so yeah, dirt cheap for the car. These parts, this is the only thing I had to pay for. Everything else was applied to my knowledge and my extra set of parts. Yeah, baby. You mechanics, y'all understand what I'm talking about. So if you can get these customers, a lot of customers. Now see, y'all know where this go? These three go in here. All right, so you were supposed to take that snap ring off and pull this shaft out, input shaft, and go in with 3 of these, but these never. I mean, yeah, you'll be all right. All right, but just in case anybody want to know what they for, that's what they for. So, all right, next time you see me, we're gonna be putting this bad boy in the car. All right. Now, you know what I need? Oh my goodness, I don't see a front pump seal. I hope it's already on the pump, because if not, there's a special tool to put that seal on. Please already be on the pump, because Lord, I don't feel like looking for that tool. I don't even know if I still got it. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, ta-da, it's on there. Yeah, that's the front pump seal. Because if not, I would need, oh, the ring's on here too, and the seal. So yeah, I got the whole 9 yards with this reman pump. So all I do now is lube it up real good, put the black gasket on here, this gasket right here. I used the lube to make it stick on here, and then install it on the car. Go in with new bolts. I already got Loctite on it. It's not really Loctite. This gasket seal maker. Y'all know sometimes fluid can get past the bolts, so they put this gasket sealer, liquid gasket sealer, on these bolts. So transmission fluid. Back in the past, we had a problem with leaking in the front pump area. We was all replacing the pump, but actually the fluid was seeping past these bolts. So they told us to pull all the bolts. I think it was a long time ago. It may have been a recall or something on it, but and then I noticed it started coming with the stuff already on it. So at any rate, when they figure out what the problem is, they'll address it. But guys, like I say, next time you see me, this thing will be going in the car. Gotta go. Alrighty guys, and just like that, it's in. Hey. Yep. So I'm gonna bolt the torque converter up and the rest of the bell housing, put the axles in, wheels on. We're gonna drive this thing, guys. One thing I need to clarify, and one thing I need to mention: don't whatever you do, don't ever make a repair like this y'all saw that burnt clutch pack, right? On the drive, clutch pack was burnt up without addressing the cooler. Okay, remember the cooler's job. Okay, yes, so that cooler could be restricted. If that cooler is restricted, you're gonna kill your new transmission that you just overhauled. Or if this is one you just replaced, you're gonna destroy it. Okay, because it could end up overheating and you'd be back in the same boat. That trash had to go somewhere. A lot of it went to the pan, a lot of it from the burnt clutch packs, all that stuff possibly could have traveled to the cooler. So you got one or two choices. This one here has an external cooler. It's not, yeah, it's not inside the condenser. All right, this is the AC condenser right here. A lot of the transmission coolers are built inside of the condenser, but this is not the case. So I got an external cooler right here. Remember that video I did where I had to replace one? Watch this video right here. But at any rate, you have to either flush that out or replace it. You'd be crazy to just put this transmission in here and think you good. All right, it may be a week, 2 weeks, but it's gonna come back, burn up, and you're gonna wonder what you did wrong. All right, guys, next time you see me, I'll be driving this baby. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, yes, I got it in, all overhauled and everything. Now the last step, I'm getting ready. I've got everything put back together. I stopped right here because I want to go over some with y'all, guys. This is just my transmission that actually burned up. Okay, overheated, burned up. Underdrive clutch pack was smoked. Okay, all because of this little dumb seal right here, hard line, and flat, and pressure loss was there. And yeah, well, anyway, before you start this thing up, before you fire it up, okay, and go, all right, put fluid in and all that, you have to make sure there's no restriction in this cooler. These are the cooler lines. Now, if this was a customer car, this is my car, but if this was a customer car, I would have recommended that we replace this transmission cooler. It's external, guys. It's not included in the condenser. Yeah, it's right here in the front of the grill. That's the transmission cooler. The reason being because all that trash may be some in the cooler. If that cooler gets stopped up, your transmission overheat and you be right back to square one. Now, I don't have a cooler. I don't want to buy a cooler. I'm too cheap, all right? But I have a way around that, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now, what I'm about to do is not for cleaning purposes. The solution we use and the heater that we used to use on these transmission to flush the cooler was effective, all right? Yeah, it just, we no longer use it because they have one-way check valve going through everything and you can't flush the coolers anymore, so we don't do it. So our machine is now gone. So the workaround that is, I'm gonna take these cooler holes and I'm gonna blow in one end. Hopefully the trash, if any, will come out the other, and reverse the same procedure. Now the goal here is not to clean it. Yes, I'm not cleaning anything by doing that. I am, however, verifying that there's no restriction. So in other words, if I blow through here and nothing comes out of here, yeah, it's restricted. That trash is caught up in there, those little fins, and the flow won't be there, and you will overheat your new transmission that you just built. I'm going to blow the other way. If nothing comes out, I got a restriction. At that point, you have no choice but to replace the cooler. All right, but I think I should be fine. In fact, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to have this rag. I'm going to put this rag over one end. I'm going to take my blower. Again, the goal here is just simply to verify there's no restriction. I can't clean it this way. So I'm going to put this in here and blow. Ooh, yeah, see that? All that nasty fluid that was in there is coming out. I've got to clean this engine up anyway, but yeah. Ooh, that's a lot. But the good news, it's not restricted. All right. All right, I had to get another rag. Ooh, saturate that one big time. So, ooh. See, normally I would use a jug. In fact, let's do just that. Probably done pushed it all out by now, but at any rate, I don't want. See all that? Yeah, there's no restriction. Now I'm going to reverse, do the same thing on the other side. Okay, as long as y'all get the picture of my intentions here. Okay, see that? It's blowing out the other side as well. Guys, there is no restriction. Okay, now let me clarify something. This is my car. Again, if this was a customer car, I would simply suggest we replace the cooler. Come on out here. Yeah, see all that nasty stuff? That's from that burnt overheated transmission. Yeah, I'm gonna clean all this up. This is my car, guys. So yes, the cooler is not restricted, so now I can install these and proceed with my fill. I'm getting ready to fill it up, and I'm getting ready to go dry this mug. Y'all know what I'm saying? Get on there, baby. All right, that's all I have for this video. I'm gonna include this in the big video that I'm doing as well, but I just wanted to hit that point across. All right, please make sure there's no restriction in your cooler, or you're gonna burn up the transmission you just overhaul. All right.